quarter on a 12-3 run. And we'll be back right after this. And we welcome you back to start the quarter. Players had a chance to get hydrated with Gatorade. And there's certain to be some great basketball ahead for us. An exceptional performance from Tim Duncan.
Seemed like he made everything he got. I mean, anytime he had an open look, he took advantage of the opportunity there in that first half.
And Steve, they were all good looks. I mean, his shot selection has been terrific throughout the game.
Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. Down low, it's Duncan and Splitter. Green teams with Leonard on the wings. And it's Parker in at the one. And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kevin, Spurs coach Greg Popovich is so highly respected by his peers. Thunder coach Scott Brooks said there are 3 things you can count on: death, taxes, and Pop winning 50 games. Dallas coach Rick Carlisle called him, quote, the best coach in any sport ever and the smartest man in the history of the world. Kevin, he wasn't joking.
High praise indeed. Thank you, Doris. 6 to shoot. It's hauled in by the Kings. Thompson's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Gay with it. Leonard picks him up. It's Gay with the... Oh!
Look out!
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying hard to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Well, you know what the questions are about now. It's their defense, that's for sure.
Duncan with the screen on Thompson. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession. Quick ends and the ability to anticipate the opening to create a turnover, so valuable, especially for a guard, as we see 2 tremendous talents with their ability to steal that ball away.
And, of course, you look at the numbers. John Stockton with 3,265 steals over his career. Really a crazy number, averaged over 2 a game, and even in his later years, he was a threat in that regard.
Tim Duncan, Clark, one of the premier post practitioners in the NBA.
Yeah, Kevin, he's a handful. Long, crafty, skilled, can finish with either hand. I mean, he's got just about every shot that you need to be effective down there.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Spurs trail by 7. Parker passes to Leonard. Duncan again. Landry. Parker outside. Green kicks to Splitter. To the paint. And that one's good. Parker.
That's his brand of basketball, and he plays it as well as anyone. And as we get into crunch time, they need him at his best.
Stauskas is checked in for Rudy Gay. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Diaw's checked in. Now, here's Collison. He kicks it to Cousins. Collison with the screen for McLemore. Cousins with the screen on Leonard. Landry with it. Leonard picks him up. Stauskas' shot is off.
Boy, that's a warm-up jumper there. I mean, when you're a pro, you can't make excuses for missing that one.
And here is Parker. Pass to Diaw. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. And good on the basket. Book it. Now just a 3-point Sacramento lead.
Greg Popovich with 15 straight 50-win seasons as head coach of the San Antonio Spurs. What a remarkable streak of success. And I don't really think folks understand what that level of consistency embodies. He's widely regarded as the best head coach in the NBA, and for good reason. He's the full package as a head coach.
Spurs trail by 5. Parker against Collison. They set the pick. Parker kicks to Green. He dishes it to Duncan. And it's good. Duncan's got 10 points in the game. Popovich in the top 5 in coaching win percentage all time.
And he's likely to remain in that lofty company. Kevin, he said he plans to follow Tim Duncan into retirement. Not a bad plan. They pretty much came in together, so might as well go out together.
Derek Williams, he checked in for Sacramento. McCallum comes in for Darren Collison. To the wing right side. Here's Stauskas. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet.
And it was almost like he was surprised to be that wide open, yet he knocked it down.
Parker outside. Parker right side. Fader on the way. Sacramento leading by 5. Rudy Gay is up there with Williams. Then it's McLemore. Then it's Ray McCallum. And it's Cousins in at the center filling out the middle. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. That's 10 points for DeMarcus Cousins.
He's their go-to guy, and when he shoots the ball like he has today, that's what the scoreboard usually looks like.
To the wing on the left. Bellinelli dishes to Ginobili. Shot clock at 6. And here we go. Fast break. McLemore's got it. To the left wing. The drive by Cousins. Here's Williams. Kicks to McCallum. Picked by Williams. Passes it to McLemore. A 3 from Gay. That's good. And the Kings lead by 10.
Well, it's kind of been the story here today, hasn't it, Clark?
Spurs passing it around. Ginobili attacking. Here's Baines. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Boy, what a great job making good on the second opportunity. Stayed with that play from start to finish.
Timeout called by the Kings. The Spurs continue, guys, to be one of the top-tier teams in the league, both offensively and defensively.
Well, great discipline and efficiency, the continuity of the roster, the stability, and, of course, you know, what Pop calls corporate knowledge, just the unity of this roster that has grown over the years.
Thompson, he's checked in for Sacramento. Collison comes in for McCallum. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Hey, guys. Well, George Karl had some advice for the team in that last huddle. He wants to make sure they stay assertive and aggressive on the offensive end, saying, I don't want to sit on this lead. Let's build on it and not give them a chance of coming back. Guys?
San Antonio making a switch here. Duncan, he's checked in for Dion. Leonard comes in for Marco Bellinelli. Green, he's checked in for Manu Ginobili. And Tony Parker subbed in for Patty Mills.
And for the Spurs, hey, defensively with Duncan and Splitter inside, they've got the size to protect the paint. Leonard, their wing stopper, is terrific and can guard any position on the wing. They use their length to contest shots late and avoid cheap fouls. And the other thing you like about them is they didn't give up a lot of free throws last season.
Duncan. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Well, the Spurs were just terrific offensively. Best three-point shooting team in the NBA 3 of the last 4 seasons. And I think probably the best passing team as well. They really move the ball and get great movement in their offense.
Collison, the pass to Cousins. The drive by Gay. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
His presence is very comforting for this team. He's kind of a fallback option for them anytime they need it.
Leonard dishes to Duncan. Parker kicks to Green. It's tipped. Duncan left side. Over to the left wing. And with that shot, the Kings lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Tony Parker.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
Now the feed to Gay. Pass to McLemore. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession.
You always want a player to have his head up and to be surveying the court, but not if that's going to be the result.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
Well, the first half, he was flawless when it came to handling the ball, but that has not been the case here since halftime.
Now here's Parker. And stolen by Cousins. Now Gay pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Great job capitalizing on that steal and getting the easy points in transition.
Exactly how it should be done after a turnover.
Duncan with the screen for Parker. Lets the three fly.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but in the rebounding department too, Clark.
Yeah, it's been a really gritty performance. They'll have some bruises to show for it, but that's the way it should be. You should feel that you've competed when you do that work inside.
Back to Collison. Just 4 to shoot.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
It's Parker outside. And he gets it to go.
Well, he's always eager to shoot that three, and even in transition, he looks for it out there.
Parker against Collison. Gay in the corner. The baseline J. And he gets it to go.
Well, it's a wrap, fellas. No way you come back in this one.
Not anymore. Any chance of that happening went out the window a while ago.
So the Kings win it. They came.